All right. Grand Arena, round 3. Yeah, we were up against Dina last time. What happened with Dina? I can't remember. They couldn't beat my Jabba. Yeah, Taylor's oldest time right now. Things you love to see. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Now, I said it earlier, and I will repeat it again. I am 2-0 on both accounts this week. I am not expecting to go 3-0. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm not expecting it. My luck in this game doesn't usually extend that far. You know, I'll tell you what, right? I will do a prediction for you folks. We'll set it up now before you've actually seen what I'm facing. Let me just see, have I got a thing here for it? Close. Will I win on both accounts today? And actually, I'm going to reword that, right? There we go. Will I win or fall clear on both accounts today? So we're going to have a little bit of leeway on that so that I can cash it in before the end of the round. Alright, so Aranya's got a fair point. I will show you Temmin's. You're going to have to take a risk on Crimson's. Okay, so Temmin, 8.5 to 10.2 million for facing Darth Phoenix. They've got 25 Zetas on me. We've both got 13 Omicrons. We're 50 total relics behind. Not great. 85 to 136 relic 5 pluses. They've got Datacron advantage and they've got more mods than me, or more 6-dot mods. But I've got the better mod score overall. You know, I don't think that's in question. So I'm pretty happy there. Downside, I think I have said this every round this week for Temmin. They've got everything except for Leviathan. I've got JML, Jabba, Exec, Prof. So, yeah. Can I just ask, has that prediction already been cashed in? Alright, let's do that again. Let's do that again. That didn't play well. Alright, we'll go for a 5-minute runtime now. I went for 30 seconds, my bad. And to answer that little question, Aranya, it's for both. Alright, let's see the defense. Ooh. 10k, wow, that's a big bet. Okay, I really want to look at that because Jabba's not there, but let's see what's going on up here. So nothing on Rey, nothing on Mon, nothing on Dash. They dropped one on Adrad. So what's happened down south? Nothing on Sana. Two to take down Jabba. Nothing on Malgus. Sorry, no drops on Malgus. Nothing on Akbar. That defense does look a bit scary. Alright, so Sana as well for us to face. We've got Rey with Ben's army. We've got Vader with Admiral Piet and all those cronies. And we've got Adrad. Okay. Actually, can I just go back to Lord Vader a sec? Let me... Is that a Docron? Yeah. Okay, so maybe Boba can come into play here? You can't escape. Very intense. We've got Bosk Wazam Omi. We'll check the speeds in a bit. We got Starkiller. Just checking it's filling the conditions. It is. We got Malgus. Again, that fulfills the conditions. In fact, it's a Relic 9 Malgus. Damn. Modded well. Health. 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 Alright. Respect. Yep. I gave respect. That was well modded. Yeah, and that's a good Slacker team. Again, based on team comp. So yeah, we've got a good fight on our hands here. Let's pull this over. Actually, let's just open that. Alright, let's just clear all the stuff on the board. And let's start over again. So I'm just going to fill it in on my side, and then we'll... I'll bring it over so you can see it. We've got Sana. We've got Ray. We've got Lord Vader. And what was the other one? Adrad. Okay, what about the South Wall? It was Supreme Leader Kylo, wasn't it? It was Darth Malgus. It was Starkiller. And it was Bosk. Okay. That's stuff to work with. I do like prep. What about that? I mean, I will have a look at what my opponent's setting or typically sets. If I feel I need to change it, I will. But I don't tend to do this beforehand, which I was doing a fair bit before. If anything, I feel like I've had a better run of... I'll say performances, but I feel like I've done better when I'm preparing in the stream, whereas before, when I was preparing before, if I got caught out, then I was really thrown off. So I feel like preparing on what I can see is a lot better. Kind of makes sense as well. You know, if you're preparing for something and then they change plan, then it really throws your plan. Whereas if you can adapt on the fly, then that's better. Oh, hey up, they've just cleared, I'm guessing, Sana. Alright, they got to my back wall. Nothing too scary there, sadly. Darth Maul, Sana, and Tuskens. Not Sana, Sorty. Similar sound. Just checking, no drops or anything. No. Alright, the Ondo experiment failed. It will not return. Or at least I'll try and remember not let it return. Okay, so... I do need to check Lord Vader because the Bulbacron is really playing havoc with me. GAC counters, Lord Vader. I really wish you could play a Cron in this situation. Just, I know you can if you've got like the premium one. I can't do premium. So, by the way, if anyone's got premium, please do check that out for me, just so I don't have to go in blind. But yeah, I'm looking and thinking, exclude G. Oh yeah, exclude GL, so we won't do the Fennec counter. And I could do with adding Piet into the defensive side. Okay, Piet lowers it drastically. Do I know if Exec's Leviathan? I saw on YouTube the triple attacker lineup works. That's what I've heard, yeah. I haven't tried it myself, though. Yeah, premium unlocks quite a lot of things. Here we go, GAC Insight, that's the big one. There we go, Datacron filtering. That's the one. I kind of wish there was like a trial you could do. I would use it in certain situations. I mean, I shouldn't loop this up, but go on. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot, that. Because that's the one I would need. And I can't pay for that a month. Put it like this, I was saying this the other week to people, you know, it's like there are a lot of services out there right now for SWGOH, and one that's demanding $8.50 a month as well, it's too much. It's not to say it's a good service, just I've got to pick and choose. Yeah, I've got Hot Utils. That's probably the one I couldn't drop. I also have, what's it called? Omega Bot. Right, Love Vader Piet. Yeah, I've got the base one for that, not the Pass Plus. Alright, I think that would be it. Or not. I believe so, yeah. Alright, let's just take out Piet a minute. See, no one's showing off Fennec here. That's kind of annoying. What is with the full team with this Love Vader team? Vader Throne, RG. Yeah, definitely. Piet's the one that's kind of throwing me the curveball. And this is where this can feel a little bit misleading. I mean, you're looking at win rates and you're thinking 9 times this team's been faced with this kind of comp. It's like, what am I doing? I mean, there is that bit of me thinking, do I try it without Zamacron and put Bulba in? But saying that, that's surely a big risk. Surely I need Zamacron to get the speed jump and the durability I get from it. I'm tossing and turning in my head a lot here. Yeah, it's with the Docron as well. That's the bit that's kind of throwing a curveball as well. I mean, I'm wondering if that might be the lineup. I mean, foreseeing a one win. That isn't promising, but I'm looking and I'm thinking, actually, let's just zoom in a touch for you guys, just so you can see it clearer. Or at least hopefully you can see it clearer. I can't help but think, would it be better trying that for the simple fact we got Bulba for hit someone with the execute. But saying that, there's no Zam again. So this is what you run. Alright. It's bold, but we're going to give it a go. I'm going to get this one out straight away. I want to see if I can do it or not. Vader's interesting with the defense crons. I could do with that for Malgus anyway, though. Right, Fennec, Grief, Bulba, Bosk. And bam. We need Fennec to live, so it's got to be a dark side Cron. That's probably nicer. 74% defense. Although, saying that, would it be better going... Yeah, definitely that. Get the offense as well. I mean, it's what? 2%? Yeah, 2% less defense, but you get 14% offense. That's definitely worth the trade. So, we'll try that. But I'm with Aranya here. I feel this is definitely a... Cross your fingers and hope. I don't even know where Prage started. Let's go for it. Alright, so do your thing, Vader. Okay, quite a bit of turn meter there. Uno reverse. Go on, we'll just do that anyway. I won't get armor shred on Vader, so we'll start there. Might not even need it. I won't get attacks going, so we're going to just call the assist. Oh, I've just realised we haven't got a the Mandalorian. Starsight with the bits, thank you very much. Hello there. Let's just Uno reverse again. Alright, so we got chipped away at this Royal Guard a bit quicker than I realised. Not a great start doing that. It's alright, I'm not used to having the Mandalorian in here. I forgot that we don't have it here. That's it, counter. Nice one, Fennec. Ooh. Yeah, let's just do that there. Thrawn's doing a great job holding onto that fracture, by the way. I know it's his job, but still. It's like, take a day off, will you, Thrawn? Okay. Go on, I want some armor shred on Royal Guard in this situation. Oh. Okay, a lot going on there. Uno reverse. All in on Royal Guard. Alright, he's down. Right, I want Thrawn out as quick as possible, although I know he can counter. Basic, we just do not want to do the poop stance. Ugh, go on, do it. Yeah, I don't like Lil Vader's taking a turn here, but he's going to do it. Okay, Bam's gone, not good. Someone tells me we're out here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't that Junior, he got the dot crom. That was, that just wasn't great. It didn't help that I took time on Royal Guard. If I'd have realised in my head that I hadn't got the disintegrate that I usually have, I could have gone straight for him and focused a bit more on Thrawn after. But because in my head I was playing the battle differently than how I should have been playing it, I messed up there. Okay. That messes things up quite a bit. Let's get the board back on. I want to see what I'm doing. Alright, so Fennec's a no-show for that. So, my thoughts are right now, Luke might be able to clear that up. Yeah, that wasn't helpful, I've got to agree there as well. We've got EP to take on Rey. Just going for like the base counters here, if you like. Jedi Knight Revan for Slacker. Grievous for Starkiller. At this point, I don't really know what I'm doing with these three, but they aren't the biggest problems. So I think what I do is I'm going to start on that, see if we can get through it, even if we have to just get it down to Slacker. and then we can work from there. On the flip side, our opponent hasn't done much else yet. They might be waiting to see what I do. I'm gonna say they haven't hit the back wall. They did clear... Sorry, they did hit Adrad, but they haven't taken these out yet. So they could just be waiting. That's their prerogative. But we are going to see if we can do anything else in the meantime. So, Gen Knight Revan, we need to use as much of the... Well, we need to use these, essentially. It's kind of annoying, actually, that Bastler wasn't Rally 5 at this point. So yeah, I can't apply Datacrons. I need to play this battle as slow as I possibly can. Yeah, I haven't got armor built here. Alright, so that's the sacrifice. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay. Let's push 2 meter back where we can. Stuns where we can. Swap with Bastler, I guess. I need someone who can ignore... That's it. Let's do that. Let's pass that to Luke. Alright, we're kind of stuck for a second. Taunt up. Yeah, I'm still kind of stuck. Base it. Okay, bye-bye old Ben, I guess. Yeah, let's just get rid of hooks. Let's give that to Bastler. Oh, okay, not who I meant to get rid of, but I will take that. Go on, pass that to Bastler. Okay. Definitely messy, this. At all, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Ugh. Okay, so we got it down to that far. It could be. It's been a while since I've done it. Well, I say that, it's a while since I've done it successfully. Did Mandalorians clean this up last round? I could have sworn last time we got held up with Slacker somewhere. I might have another account in my mind. It might have been Crimson. But saying that, that's the Slacker. That's it, I was debating doing a Mace team. I tried Vader, that didn't work. We'll say that, it's a good thing about having doing streaming, you can actually watch what you did. Can I fast forward a bit? Come on, I didn't have that long a break, did I? Apparently. No way I used Iden on it. I think it was Maul. But this was Crimson, so Crimsons are better. But it did the job. Wondering if there's anything I can do just to secure it a bit. Maybe take out Sabine and put in Droidica, if I've got Droidica. No, I haven't got Droidica. See, Slacker does an AoE and Bo's gone anyway, so Bo does nothing. Same with Armourer. Do I have what? Yeah, I do have what? I don't know if it's worth trying what. Maybe ahead of Gar. I feel like this is where I could do with actually watching what just happened, the battle we just saw. What was his last move? Oh, he was in ult, wasn't he? So he starts with cooldown to refreshed. Maybe try and burn cooldowns a little bit then. These will probably die, but maybe we can get them into a good position with cooldowns. For the record, I know I should have left Poggle out. He's dead anyway. So he's just done the poke and the AoE, hasn't he? So by my reckoning, he's in a good position here. I mean, what is that? It's about half turn meter. 2 of my Geos would take a turn. I don't want them to, but they would. I'm trying to think what my other options would be. It's where I could do with these Geos being bigger, if we're being honest. They're just not cutting the mustard for these kind of situations. Let me have a think. If anyone's got any ideas, feel free to shout them out. But yeah, nothing's really standing out to me. It says here Imperial Troopers. That actually might not be a bad shout as far as what. What could get the first turn and then they could turn me a train. Downside is I would maybe Dark Troopers and miss that. I don't want to throw CLS at it. I feel like I need CLS for something else. Like we've got Sana, we've got Adrad. We're gonna need it for that. It's a tricky one, this. I feel like I need to get through this Slacker. And also my opponent's probably watching, sort of going, I ain't got any struggling on my south wall, maybe I haven't got to anymore. We don't want to let them get away with that mentality. Phasma's Omicron is alright. I'm saying that there are two. There's Phasma Omicron for TW. Again, it's alright in TW. I know there's some good uses for it. You tend to find Phasma Omicron walls because I think it provides 100 speed. So it's a really good way of getting a head start for that first order team. FOTP Army, first order type also has an Omicron for GA. It's not the same, but they do a similar thing. They essentially elevate that B team for the first order upper tier. And yeah, I would say for both of them, they are worth it if you've got your Slacker. It basically gives Phasma and that team a use. But it all depends what Omicrons you've got and what you're thinking you might need. I know I did Phasma early on. I got FOTP when his came out. But like say you're chasing after a Star Killer or another toon that's quite Omicron heavy, you might want to save for them. Plus with TW, it also depends how your guild's doing. If your guild would benefit from Omicron, you can do it for them. Whereas if it's Grand Arena with FOTP, then it's essentially what do you want to do. I've said it a bit lately. I've been applying more Territory War Omicrons just for the fact that I don't always I don't lead from the front in Territory War, shall we say. So I feel like if I'm putting stuff down on defense that I've got Omicrons, at least I'm helping my guild that way. Yeah, if you're chasing GL Kylo, it's probably worth it in the sense that you're giving those characters a use. They're getting use in TW with Phasma Army. They're getting use in GA with FOTP. Yeah, they're both solid when you've got Slacker. I mean, well, even before Slacker, while you're just rollicking them. But yeah, they just elevate the team, so it's definitely worth it. I think there's an argument maybe there's a few Rally 3s in that requirement list. Maybe it's worth taking them up. Slacker. SLKR Slacker. It's easy to say. Oh. Okay. Yeah, whenever I'm talking about Supreme Leader Kylo, it's just easier to say Slacker rather than Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Or SLKR for that matter. You come back to FO winning. Yay! No, not yay, unfortunately. I don't know if this is a good idea or an absolutely bat crazy idea. Watt'll definitely take the first turn. No Dark Trooper on this account now. He grants a buff, which should then give Piet. Yeah, that should then give Emperor's Trap. I'm just trying to remember how this goes. Or was it Vias I'm looking at? Gain 10% turn meter whenever they gain a buff, that's it. So you do a basic with Watt at the start of the battle to gain 50% turn meter, which should then push them ahead of Slacker. To say this a gamble is cool, putting it mildly. Alright, well, at least he did it there. But he's got 100% turn meter. No ability blocks as well. Great. Darts, you wouldn't believe how risky this feels. Yep. Well, that was worth a shot, I guess. I honestly don't know what I can do. The Lord Vader, I'm pretty sure I need JML for. We tried Fennec, it didn't work. So, JKR didn't work there. We've got Starkiller for Rey. Gas for Malgus, although that is by no means a safe counter. GG for Starkiller. It's just taking down this slacker. I feel like I need CLS for Sana. Or for Adrad. Maybe I could do Inquisitors on one of them. I don't really know what to do with my Inquisitors right now. They are kind of my bogey team. Go on. Let's just get through this and... I haven't got the Sith trio built. Yeah, my Sith trio's a Gear 12 Treya, a Gear 8 Nihilus, and not even a 7-star Scion. Right. Ooh. This should get through. Man, it feels expensive. The current song, just for you answer your question, it is Grit by GAC. That's X-A-C-K. Alright, we got through. That just felt so expensive. Okay, we got the Moracron. I'm not too concerned about it, but I say it feels so bad to be not concerned and then it whoops you. It'd be safe to say I haven't got a trench team. I really enjoyed using trench last round. That was fun. I want more fun. It's not that Trench himself is fun, but it's the fact that Trench is garbage that I got a win with him. That was fun. Alright. I'm probably overdoing it with Trench. He's probably not garbage, but he's still not something I intend to gear up anytime soon. Alright. Not too worried about Visa, so let's just go for Mara for now. If anything, she's the one with the Datacron. Yeah, she's got the most turn meter as well, so we'll extort her. Just focus fire on her. Alright, let's get Visas out before she starts doing any funny business. Ooh, no revive. Alright, we've won regardless here, so we'll take that. Let's get Starkiller out before he starts doing things. I never said, by the way, hello, Darts. You were there, but I didn't actually properly say hello. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's where I didn't feel the need to race for that Moracron. You know, it doesn't really have that much of an impact on it. Go and say, working hard or hardly working. I feel like I've got the answer to my question when you're here. Here we go. Let's chuck this over here. Okay, so what we're going to do with these bounty hunters... I said earlier on, oh yeah, we'll check speeds later. Well, it's later. 248. And 274. So it's not fast, but... let's just see what we do need to do. Yeah, a little bit like that. Right, 65.76. Oh. Undo! Undo, where's my undo button? That's it, can I have that back? Thank you. Add. 248. So 313 effective, so as long as I've got something that fast, I'm alright. And this is where the Imperial Troopers stick in my head. What can we do? Maybe I could do Maul. JTR's on defense. I feel like that's a running joke in streams. It's a bit like if someone comes in and does ask a question, it's like, assume it's on defense. Let's try this, I guess. Bloody hell, Gar. Oh, I need to give them some attention because the fact that Gar's sitting here is, or Gar and Sabine is not good. What's my speed on Maul? Man, I wouldn't go first. Yeah, I don't fancy that. I need something with speed. It was the one in game. Wait, we did one Zam lead. I'm thinking, could we do something like... Oh no, surely not, surely not. I'm spiraling a bit here. Oh. You know what? I'm going to go for the easier one, quote unquote. Let's go for what I know is tricky in terms of Malgus. I know what team to use at least. If it doesn't work, then we've got bigger problems. Right, light side. That's the one. 300 odd defense. That should be enough. Yeah, I'm really hoping Macron plays a part, because even though I know Malgus can ignore defense with his big hit, we've got a bit of protection in the Cron as well as the 15%. So I'm hoping it's just enough to keep us alive. Certainly took a lot of turns to open up. Alright, Malik does a suck and we're down. I haven't actually taken a turn yet. Just thought I'd re-emphasise that.
Hello there.
Take a seat, Lux Pascal. Thanks for the follow.
Lux, thank you for the follow. Hello there. Let's pass that over to Fives, even though I think he'll die soon. Yeah, stuck on Malik. Just keep going a minute. Alright, gas is back up. That's good. Oh, I love it. All right. All right, that move just sucks. Basti, I'm coming for you. There we go. All right, time for another nap. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Alright, Five's down. Thank you for your service. Just pop him. Honestly, I'm not sure if it was. I will go back to it, but I've seen that twice now. The Malgus was modded well. I know that. I'll put it like this. It was all health primaries. The health pool looked decent. But the Malik I will have to check because I didn't check it first. Alright. 57. We got through it. Like I say, I really want to check that. I will check the Malik just out of curiosity, but those bounty hunters are really nagging at me. Cheers darts. Yeah, Malik. Maybe could be better. 92k health, 161 protection. I would say, personally, I'd shoot for 200k protection at Relic 9. Health pool, maybe closing on 100k. They've got tenacity, which they don't really need. And speed, which I wouldn't say they need as much either. So, maybe not the most optimal of modding, but you get people who do that. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with gas right now. It's all down to that 15% cron though. It's just adding that and the fact that I've got some decent defense secondaries. I'm doing quite well just being able to make my side tanky enough to just survive, but it isn't a guarantee. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Aranya. I think maybe they've kept the Malgus how it's always been and you could improve it by changing it. I don't know if I'd go for Padme here. Possibly. It was something we were discussing before taking Fennekin against Lord Vader, to be honest. I think I am going to do Padme here, because it's not going to do anything on that top wall. I wish I knew what this guy was thinking. He's done the front wall, but I don't know if he is going to come back to do more. I assume he is. Because he knows I was attacking. Breeze, hey, how you doing? Let's get these then. I don't think Bounty Hunters have ever done this well historically against Padme, but I don't know if this is like something I'm forgetting. I'm doing alright. Got a tricky GA here, but we're doing alright besides. How about you? Let's just get Terminator Tracker on. I like seeing what's going on in this battle. Alright, clear the board. Kenobi, you're a pal. Alright, nice and breezy. Hey, Breeze. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, it probably is. I don't mind though. It got me through it. I can see what's on the back. We can work from there. It wasn't going to take down any of those up north, I don't think. Maybe it could have done Adrad. I don't know if it could have done Sana. Either way, we got through this wall, which is the priority. Grievous and Dash. Alright, that's a bit of an FU Dash comp. Night Sisters could do that. Another reminder that I shouldn't use my Imperial Troopers. But yeah, I'm behind on banners. I was going to say, you've time travel, Kev. I haven't been streamed for that long. I'm doing alright though. Here's hoping. Here's hoping there's some change. I get fed up seeing the same icons constantly. That's the one thing I did love about Marvel Strike Force. They have constant visual updates to the game. You know, it makes you feel like you're playing a different game quite regularly. And I will say Marvel Snapper, which I'm really playing a lot right now, that's also in the same category as SWGOH, where it doesn't change it often enough at all. So I'm hoping they will do something down the line where they start updating the visuals, but so yeah, I'm not, my point there, I'm not slagging off SWGOH because I know they're not the only game doing it, but hopefully they improve. Alright, we're going to take Starkiller in here. Actually, let's go here. Save me working out, let's just pick it. Oh crap, I've used old Ben. Who can I throw in then? Jedi. Kanan, you've been, what's the phrase? You've been sequestered. We got this Kron. By the way, this is what I love about actually taking Kanan to Relic 5. I only did it for TB and then I didn't need to do it. But yeah, I love it just for the fact that it does give me that flexibility with tanks. I hope this works, though. Okay, we'll start with dispelling what we can. Throw the grenade. Okay, nice start. Let's get some offense up. Even better. Damage immunity, wow. We're going to do that just so Kanan's got damage immunity as well. Let's go hit Ben a bit, because Ben's going to be annoying if we don't hit him. Alright, Ray. Been waiting for you. Take a turn while you duck. Thanks, love. Alright, let's pop that and pop palps. Alright, now I've got to wait for Ben to take a turn because this team is bloody annoying. Alright, well that was done at least. Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, Kanan being slow isn't a bad thing. Let's get offense up. We'll pop a taunt. Yeah, that was a bad move. I shouldn't have hit the stagger. Let's just go for Ray, make sure she hasn't got inspired on her. We're pretty close to full health, so I don't feel like we need to do the Star Destroy this turn. There we go. We can go for Ben in a minute. Supposing someone died here, Visas could bring him back, assuming she didn't die. Alright, cool. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. 65. I saw the protection go on her and I was like, oh crap, is she back? Okay, she has not returned. So, oh, what are we doing with these pair? I'm saying these pair because I'm trying to ignore Love Vader for a minute. Stormtrooper Arm should be... Actually, let me just check speeds a minute. Okay. I was hoping for slower, I'll be honest. Very racy, no speed. If only my Babat Checker was a couple of speed faster. GI is an option. Let me have a think about this. What speed are we looking at with Adrad? 318, so... I really hate working out the Rogue One speeds. What is it? It's 8 speed. Yeah, 8 speed for every Rogue One ally. And then Spark Resistance gives 30. So essentially it's 60 speed, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be watching Loki. I'm going to say, first season was good. Yeah, with Hughes JKR trying to take down Slacker first time. I don't know if Maul could do this. I know my... Oh, I go back to my Mandalorians are slow and crap. Oh, I need 2 teams. I mean, I'm glad you're happy, Kev. Could Maul do that? I think it could, because we've got speed advantage. I'm pretty sure we got speed advantage. I could one-put the Sana. Oh, okay. That's actually a good shout. I did not think a Wampa. Although I must admit my Relic 3 Wampa does... It does slip out of my mind occasionally. Yeah, good shout that. Or elite bounty hunters. My bounty hunter options aren't great. It's for the Adrad anyway. I mean, we've got Aura, Bam, Dabbod, Greedo, Zam. It's not great. You should get some good stuff for 12.6. Actually, saying that, 12.6k, I think I get about 75k allied points quite often, and I only get about a couple of thousand shard shop currency, but good luck regardless, you might get Kabanti. Oh yeah, we got the Dotcrom. And to be honest, Aranya, I really do need to do that. I need... Temmin's just got so many farms on the go, it's impossible to slot something in, whereas Crimson's the reverse. I've got very few farms that are demanding right now, so I'm slotting things in left, right and centre. It's a tale of two accounts. Alright, I won't get Captain R now. No, not... Never mind. Captain Horn. I don't want Rolo getting a revive. She's done that to me before and come back with a vengeance, so I'm just a little bit wary. There we go. I thought I'd won a Wampa battle against her, and then she might have been leading, so it might be moot, but I just remember she revived, and suddenly she did a special and just nuked my Wampa. It was, it was very painful. Right, so we could do GI here. I'm wondering if GI is better on something on the bat wall, though, as far as maybe those bounty hunters could do something there, or even, well, saying that Maul probably couldn't. Maybe Maul could do that. I don't really think I've got a dash counter. 272 is not the fastest, though. What's the Queel at? 273, it's quicker. Yeah, there is that thought as well. Alright, I think I need to clean up this little Vader. I need to just get rid of it and just see what I've got left, essentially. So, we'll take these 5 in. I wouldn't even say this is safe, but it should at least... It should be safe enough. Alright, let me do that first of all. Just a bit of preload, nothing to be seen here. Alright, let's go for Pierre. I don't want him doing funny things. Alright, let's start calling Shaq. I want her dispelling this protection up. Let's do that, and oh, we can't do it like that, damn. Alright, let's just heal up Yoda. Go on, we'll do that, get rid of the protection up. Do that, I guess. Clear the debuffs. Get some foresight. We're not going to ult, just for the fact that we're going to wait for him to ult. Hello, Tyler, how you doing? The issue here now is getting through him, because he could be a tanky git even at R7. It depends how he's been built. Still not ulting. Just because he's slow doesn't mean I've got to do it. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if he could copy the unique number. There he goes. Took his time getting there. Alright. This does have me a teeny weeny bit worried. There we go. Dots will cleanse. still get ability block, but we can work with that. Okay, ability block, no. Let's do that then. Call Shaq to assist. Let's just call Yoda to assist so that he heals. Let's do that. Call in Luke. Get the ability block. Nope. Foresight then. This one's just stressing me a bit. Come on, ability block. I think we're there. I think we are. One more. Alright, down. 37. So, yeah, that's a good position. I really wish I hadn't messed up so badly, though, because that's given him a very clean idea of what he's got to do to win. I'm assuming he's coming back. Yeah, I've got not a lot of things now. I think the question to ask, we were saying about GI potentially being countered by Adrad. Yeah, I am light. Let's call it 378 speed. We gain 10, but then they lose, don't they? They lose speed, if I recall correctly. Maybe I'm missing it. I could have sworn that was it, or is it in unique? There we go. For each Inquisitor or his ally, enemies with Purge have minus 10% defense and minus 5 speed. Start with a Bounty Hunter nuke. Alright, well, I'll go back to it. These are my Bounty Hunters, so they seem like mandatory choices. Ideally, Django could be saved for something. Django could be saved for the Mandalorians. So maybe put Dabbod in with Dengar. I'm assuming if you're actually saying a tactical 2-shot, the idea would be just to get a contract to then take out Adrad. The issue is I'm slow as anything here. We got no tank. I'd say I'm as slow as anything. Aura's 273. Bam's... It's not Bam. Mando's 265. Zam's 272. Boba's 244. Dengar won't be past 204. What tanks have we got? I've got Gamorrean Guard. I mean, I could maybe put in Zalbar. But saying that, I might be mistaken. Can't Adrad dispel taunt? Maybe it's that. Yeah, dispel. No. I could have sworn they had to dispel. Okay, so maybe there is an argument to put in something like Zalbar that's pre-taunt. But the downside is, if I take out a Bounty Hunter, the contract's going to take longer to get. They would take turns. That's another thing. Hang on, another flip side here. I'm going through a lot of thoughts here. What happens if you put Cad in? Cad isn't an attacker, so those 4 would be stealthed, and Cad wouldn't. So Cad couldn't really contribute to the contract straight away, but he would at least provide a punching bag. Yeah. A bit of me is thinking that the back wall might be impossible anyway. Not. It all depends on if that GI could maybe do the dash. The Night Sisters, Maul, and I can't remember what the other team was off the top of my head, but I might have something for that. Yeah, Night Sisters on GG, thanks. So, potentially if you can save GI, that is a doable thing. These are all Dark Side except for Bam, so maybe give him a Dark Side Chron, that would help. Health and Health Steal. But that's light side, we don't want that. Let's go a bit of defense, a bit of crit damage, offense, health steal. Let's go for that. I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm not sold on this, but I'm inclined to agree that it's probably the best way to approach it as far as going 1-2. Yeah, I appreciate it. Alright, we're not dead yet. Okay. Let's do that. And that. Oh, okay. Call you, I guess. AoE. Throw the grenades. Yeah, that's doing nothing for the contract. Let's do that. Okay, contract. Let's just hit them. Adra's got bombs, let's hit him. Right, now I just need Mando to survive. He's 3 away from a turn. Ability block. Oh. All right. Oh. Oh, all right. I'm giving myself a clap for that. Good call though, Darts. I'll give you that. I would not have gone in with that team without a bit of encouragement, shall we call it. Man, oh man. Yeah, he's attacking. He's turned up now that he knows that I've got through another wall. Okay. He's got an exact back there. We'll deal with that in a minute. I think he's still got the win in the bag for the fact that I've made more of a mess than he's made, but I'm going to say we've got something to fight for. Alright, Mandalorians. This one could be messy, to put it mildly, but my thoughts are we have got Django with the anti-revive, so hopefully that helps. Plus, I think we're going to be reasonably fast. So we should be able to get a good head start into the battle. Okay, let's get the burning out. We do that. Excuse me, my turn. Poking a nose in early. Yeah, and we're just going to keep going on her. You know what, I'll get that in early. Right, let's just smash Asajj. Go and get some exposed on the board. Hit what we can. Come on, don't miss, Django. Lovely. Alright, so this could be the awkward bit, but I feel like... There we go. I feel like we got a way out of it. Maybe a banner or two drop there, but still pretty clean. Well, it's technically 4 banners, but still pretty clean. Night Sisters, this one could be a bit awkward. Only because BB-8 is going to really charge them up, but I'm hoping Merrin helps here. Fingers crossed.
Hello there.
Take a seat, Count Dooku 21. Thanks for the follow.
Gonna say thank you for the follow, Count Dooku. Master Kenobi, you disappoint me. Let's clear all that. Let's get some plague on the board. Alright, Merrin's down for the count. Let's just bring her back. Okay. I'm just so wary of Daka getting hit hard here. I feel like I just need to play safe on her part. Bring him back. You know what? I'm doing that anyway. Even though it's early, let's just get that done. Alright, Daxter, come in. Thank you. Okay. It's not like they got permadeaths in this squad, so we can do the little cheese. Ooh. Oh, okay. It feels like you're rolling the dice a little bit doing it. $65 though. Oh. Who doesn't love Merrin? Okay. Just the Inquisitors now. Let's give him a Kron. That one. Yeah, to be honest, I really want to get Merrin built. My priority is Gear 12 though, just for the fact that I know I've got Talzin and Zombie below Relic. If they aren't the best, they're certainly the most fun. Yeah, GI's certainly got a fight on his hands here. Alright, can we get rid of the Wookiee? Yes. I think that was a definitive yes. Would everyone agree? Can we recover banners? Okay. 65. Clear as day, that. Alright. What's the score looking like going into Fleet? I didn't expect it to be that easy now. I'm 8 behind going into Fleet. That's mine. Executor, Negotiator, Malevolence. It is more tense, isn't it, when someone's attacking at the same time? They've got Executor, Negotiator, Radis. Yeah, he is hoping that something holds him up. Alright, we're going to go with the safe lineup, which is what you'd expect. I have taken these 2 at times. Sometimes I've even put Ghosted and starting lineup just to try and spread my units out, but I feel we've got to play for safe banners. Arguably, I could leave these out and try and get more, but I've said it before, if Hong gets nuked or something, these 2 can come in clutch, so yeah. We negotiate to take out 5s out for Jake Consular in that line. Okay. What's Consular in there for? Yeah, no worries. So we've both got a prof to attack with, so he's going to be mental if he doesn't use his on my Executor. So the question then comes down to, is he cleaning up on the other ships? Alright, let's get rid of Retribution there. Maybe. It's certainly one way of playing it, essentially working out what you need to score. It's weird though, just the fact that, you know, I say that I've got to attack, haven't I? I'm behind, so I have to do something. Whereas he can just wait and see. Look, he gets. Right, well, it's a bit awkward this because we haven't got Suprosa, so we're not getting like the banner benefit. So I think what we do, we bring in reinforcements just to try and ease the loss, if you like. Oh. That Slave 1's been doing work. Let's do that. Yeah, not great banners, but 72 will take it. Okay, we should be better from here. We got Chimera. Wait for it. I said I'm going to have to get a Barney Stinson soundbite. Okay, let's do that. Couldn't ask for more. A little bit annoying. Quite a bit annoying. I feel like I've just got hit by a counter that I didn't realise existed. Just how that lined up with that. It was either very lucky for this fella or just bad luck for me. Okay. Let's bring that in. Right, come on. There we go. Let's nuke that. Let's give Vader some life again. Bye-bye. What's this do again? Dispel? Yeah, let's dispel the retribution there. Will you bugger off, please? Hey up, hey up, Fred. Just awkward time for you to walk in and me say that. I'm doing alright. How about you? Alright, 70 banners. Could have been worse. What do we do here? Let's do that. Something Sithy. Just try and maximize banners. We'll leave it like that. And all I can say is if I lose this, I lose the round. So might as well go all or nothing. Oh, very big. We was talking about that earlier on the stream, how GA tends to go that way. You know, you have bad weeks, good weeks, just have to kind of level out on them. Certainly sounds like you've leveled out quite precisely. Can we please not go for the scythe? Am I missing something? Why didn't my TIE Fighter taunt? Or did I basic? If I did, I'm an idiot. Wow, don't crash. I thought it's struggling counter here, isn't it? Oh, okay, not nice. No, we don't. Special. Go on, we'll do that. Lovely. Yeah, let's hit Poe. Lovely. Get some offense. Yeah, the fear did well. We gotta get rid of Rose. She's got the resistance tag, so she can be annoying. We're actually doing alright for banners here, so we'll just basic. And again. Alright, looking good. Let's just do that. Okay. Bit of health lost here and there, but 74 again, that's fairly solid. Alright. Darth Phoenix, it's up to you, pal. Assuming he hasn't gone in. No, he hasn't gone in. Alright, well, we got the full clear. So, when I said earlier, I did put in the prediction. Yep, is it down here somewhere? There we go. Will I win or full clear on both accounts today? I am going to class that as a first part success because we did full clear. It all depends if my opponent actually attacks. But, we'll see how it goes. I really would like it if you turn up now and say, yeah, I'm going to attack. I've got the stuff to beat you. But yeah, I'm assuming you can prof that. If Twitch was smart enough to work that way, I would do it. Unfortunately, it's all or nothing. But yeah, I'd assume he profs that. Chimera's that. I don't really know what you do against that then, maybe. Yeah, a little bit awkward that, I suppose. I mean, he has got his own Mal, so maybe he does Mal on Negotiator and then does... Well, I'm saying that Chimera's hard countered there. So yeah, maybe he's got to go for a Mal counter. A Mal mirror. Betting closed quite a bit ago, unfortunately. We got 1,400 channel points on 2 full clears, 5k on no. So yeah. I'm inclined to agree though, Darts. I do think GG will cause him issues for getting good banners. Of course, you're going for a bit of a gamble with it. I don't show both accounts at the same. We're on to the second GA. It's 2-0 for the week again here, as I said earlier. So yeah, it's where I'm a little bit cautious. I've not gone 3-0 on both accounts as long as I can remember. I might have done at some point. I'm sure it was a very good week, but it's certainly a long time. Last round, ENS Ball Crusher. Yeah, he didn't do much ball crushing. He didn't do anything, if we're being honest. So, adding to the fact that we had VL Safari first round, who also did nothing. Crimson's had a very quiet week. I mean, the fact I'm in Kyber 2 is kind of insulting as far as I've done nothing and I've been rewarded for it, but hey ho. Now, I can't remember what this dude's name is. I did look him up, but I forgot to write it down. So, let's do the compare. So, not looking pretty for me again, let's just put it mildly. 8.1 to 9.9 million. We're behind in Zetas, 184 to 252. We're 2 Omicrons behind. Ralix again, not in favour. We're looking, what is it, 67 behind, so bit of a gap. Same with the Ralix 5 Plus is 84 to 137. I have got Datacron advantage, maybe not on the 6s, but I have got it in the 3s and the 9s, and honestly, I think in this current Datacron set, the 3s are the most important, so I'm actually glad I've got more of them. 6-dot mods, they've got more, and they are actually ahead of me on the 15s and the 20s, but I am ahead by quite a bit on the 25s, so I've always said this, think of your 25s as like your very top tunes, they're the ones with the best mods. Your 20s are like the B tier tunes, 15s your C tier tunes. So arguably my best tunes are better modded, but then my lesser tunes are lesser modded. So it's a little bit awkward how this looks, but hopefully we can cope with it. I've got my 3 GLs, Slacker, C, JMK. I've got my 2 GL ships. They've got everything except for Leviathan. So let's see what they put down. I think the cup run ends here. Yeah, completely Aranya. I'm in complete agreement. I mean, I'm looking at this just to show, but 1843, I cannot match that. I would need some damn bloody good luck. I mean, look at what I had to put on my bat wall as well. I know that might have fluffed his numbers up a bit, but yeah. Yeah, definitely some solos. I mean, Fleet, I gave him a challenge. But yeah, just looking at this front wall, it's like, damn. Alright, Starkiller, we can GG. We can JMK that. Don't instinctively... Well, I'm saying that. Bastel and Jolie are in there, so that's a weaker lineup, so we can find something like maybe CLS to take that out. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that Dash team. Luke's built for durability over offense, so that's something. Okay, Malgus hopefully we can do gas. Jabba we can do slacker. Trey is an issue. We can maybe try her again. Oh, gas on defense. Oh, I've done that all week. All right, so we need a Malgus counter without gas. Great. I've got to stop putting gas on defense. It's just too painful right now. I might be better putting Treya on defense. It's not doing much for me on offense, and it's costing me where I need it. Alright, let's just go for it. There's not much point in overthinking this. I think for this one, I will use Mace. Actually, no, what am I talking about? We don't want Mace, we want Plow. I was thinking Mace, but then I thought, hang on, he might prove useful somewhere else, so let's not use him. Alright. Can't believe that score. I mean, granted, I know that sometimes you just go and have it, but it's like, man, oh man, oh man. Alright. I can only do it so fast, Aranya. There's a reason they call it free to play. Alright, come on. I was waiting up if I want to get damage immunity onto Plo then. Alright, let's just deal some hits to Ben, just get him a bit lower just in case Ray does anything. Ooh, Ben's a tanky boy. Alright, we're getting there slowly. He's in damage immunity. We'll do that just to put some damage immunity onto Plo. But now we're at the point where we're just waiting for the ult. There she goes. Inspiration off. Okay, that was good. Okay, now we've got to deal with Ben. Right, get Death Pen up. Just try and stop Ben taking a turn there. Gone again. And he's back again. Look, great. I try and go for it, he just comes back instantly. God, he's annoying. There we go, be gone. Look at him. Little kid is... I know that the kits work how they work, I'm not ignoring it, but it is laughable how he's like a jack in the box. Just... You kind of want this in Conquest, don't you? You want a character like Ben who will just keep popping back up to be killed. At least I'm smiling. They may have beat me, but they haven't taken away my smile for the day. Just want to keep Ben under control. I don't want him suddenly thinking, you know what, I'm just going to deal some damage and nick their banners. Okay, Holdo's deciding she's going to take a lifetime to take a turn now, so we may as well start getting used to hitting Ben. Oh, hang on a second, is that... Hey! Could have sworn she got damage immunity. 75. Alright, good start. Alright, Jabba time. Yeah, good start. I'm curious how long we can keep it up, but good start. I actually think I need to remember next week to put Kylo Ren in my first order team on defense. It's been weird not having Officer available. Even though Kylo's good as a solo if I use this team, Officer's been good for Jabba. Alright, Slug, get your laughs in. We're going Pokey Bear. We'll pass the turn. We'll give him another poke. Alright, let's do a swipe. It won't do too much in the grand scheme, but it'll just make me feel better. I was going to say, any one of them could have been an assist, but they weren't. Alright, bye-bye hooks. Bye-bye Rad. You know, you two, you can assist anytime you want when Foster's attacking. You do know that, don't you? You know, you don't have to just stand there like you're really starry-eyed. Unless we got an ult. Well, without seeing Leia's kit, it's a bit hard to speculate. She could be the most OP thing in the game. Actually, it would be fitting for lore reasons that Leia wouldn't kill. Okay, that's good. I don't mind poking the bear again. I don't really like my ult charge though, we're looking very sketchy. Come on, slack again for a turn, pal. Okay, we've got Al's back, we've got an ult charge. Ooh! The round comes to an end. What can you say? Yeah, I mean, I could have thrown armor in, but honestly, armor it wasn't even the first thing that came to my mind. It was first order officer. So yeah. Oh, hang on, he's talking about on the other account? Hey, cool. Let's just do another chat, make sure. But we should have won. But yeah, I'm going to say, I'm pleased with that. 1-3 is good, especially when you face a round like Crimson's faced. I'll take that. I mean, I think Crimson really came up against someone who wanted it this round. I mean, when you think I'd 2 buys, so I can kind of accept that I've lost this one here. But yeah, max score now, 1767, they've got no chance. So we have got the championship for the week. I'll take that. Granted, I am now stuck in the Carver 2 bracket for a bit, but a 0-3 next week is probably on the cards. But yeah, I'm actually going to call this one. I know I could attack some teams for a goof, but it's like, I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm always wary of my GA history, right? If you have someone who's knows you've got available, like what you do to attack, then they can plan around it. Whereas if I don't attack, then they don't know what I would do. So I've got that in mind. But I'm going to change that while I'm thinking about it. What did it drop on? It was Executor. Yeah, so took him 2 on Executor. I think triple attacker must have messed with his head. Especially as he got prof. If you try being cocky, it's his own fault. All he gotta do is play safe. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Edit here. Get Officer out of there. Put Kylo Ren in. And let's take this out. There we are. I like to think that that's a difficult cron. You know, you're getting Retribution on Sith, you've got the dark side max health, protection, some decent stats. So yeah, I like to think that will cause difficulty at the back. I do wish I got something a bit more meaty though than these, but what I will say, they've had a little bit of gear this week, so they're not as bad, this lot. But it's still bad. I need an Omicron. Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't actually seen any Ravers yet, thankfully, but if they do, I'll certainly change it. But Yeah, I feel like I need to keep certain parts of this for now. I might take the Geos off defense. But I don't really know what I can replace them with, that's the issue. It's kind of tempting to put Ewoks on defense. It's something I've not done for a long, long time. I want to, but I don't think it's a good idea. That's kind of tempting. Bit of days from low grade could recover 10% health and protection. That one's probably better though. Yeah, I'm thinking let's give them a little bit of surprise factor on the front wall. Again, I have not placed my Murder Bears down on defense in a lot of seasons. So the fact that they're there, it might throw them off a little bit. Again, a nest will deal with it, but it's such a shame, really. I've got Nisa on my favourites, but I can't do any more than that. Since she's farmable, I will farm her. Yeah, she's here. I've already got my seven shards for her. So that's what? Another 303 to go. Hang on, it isn't even that much, is it? It's you get 50 at unlock, so I've got 57 currently, so it's what, 273? I don't know. I won't be able to use it though, because I honestly think the basic is designed to be a timeout mechanic. I can't think of another reason why they would make that basic such a long attack. Baffling.